I'm at Gungpyeong beach, a beach that 1 hour ago I had never even heard of, and in 1 hour I'm going to have to leave. This beach is located on the west side of Korea, just 1 hour outside of Seoul, but still barely any tourists come here. The food that you can get on this beach has the smallest supply chain you could possibly imagine. It comes 200 meters from the coast and directly lands into your hands to eat. The crab here that you would buy only comes from around 200 meters from the actual shop that you buy it from. So the actual price you pay for that crab reflects basically nothing except the actual labor cost of the crab. Now compare that to if you were to buy that crab in Seoul. It has to go through a whole distribution chain of getting from this ocean to a truck, getting shipped to the retail store or whatever. And of course, that adds a lot more process to the supply chain. It increases the price, it increases the transportation, there's a decline in freshness and everything. So the crab you get here is really basically as fresh as you can possibly get it, because like I said, it comes 200 meters from where you bought it. So there's not many places where you can be able to where you're able to kind of get something like that. So it is very cool. Unfortunately, the fisherman population is declining as younger Koreans choose not to do that profession in these days. It is definitely interesting to kind of see this way of life in Korea. And while this may seem like a quiet beach, it was actually a front line during the Korean War. So it has a very complicated history to it. There was a lot of naval activity, and the beach was heavily contested during the Korean War. In 2008, Gungpyeong beach was actually designated as a national fishing port by Korea's government. While this may seem like a small designation, it actually has a big meaning. So this designation actually means that the government recognizes this community's livelihood as nationally significant. Korea has been losing its fishing communities due to urbanization and an aging population the same way it's been losing its traditional markets. The west coast of Korea is one of the largest tidal flat ecosystems in the world. So what that means is sometimes when the tide is high or when it is low, it drops like 9 to 10 meters. So what may seem like a small little beach is actually one of Asia's most biodiverse ecosystems. And these tidal flats, called getbol in Korean, were actually paved over the same way that some streams and rivers in Seoul have. But now they're being reclaimed and protected because they're like the ecosystem for millions of migratory birds and like a huge variety of marine life. So as you can see, people are also setting up tents all alongside this 2 kilometer stretch of this beach and just kind of grilling, doing barbecue, eating ramyeon. It's a very calm and chill kind of life. People are also feeding seagulls. Just enjoying this day. So I didn't even know about this beach an hour ago, but I think that's becoming a pattern here. So I think that every place in Korea that I've been to that I did not really know much about was something that I just recently discovered and realized that that's what traveling is really about, finding places that you don't find on random lists or something, and truly just looking into the history of them and finding out more about them, I think is very interesting to me. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next videos, and see you guys.